Ясна!
He's... Koval? Don't do this to me. Oh. You're alive! Did you hear that, sir? Koval's alive.
I didn't doubt it for a second, Doctor. What's his current state?
Checking. Parameters normal, yet he's completely unresponsive. Koval! His eyes are so empty. Just like Krauter's. Koval! What the hell is wrong with you?
Are all the symptoms the same as Dr. Krauter's?
He's calm. Calmer.
Well, at least he's alive. Now listen to me, Yasna. The lander is on its way, but before you get Dr. Koval on board, I want you to do something. Yasna.
I'm listening.
Please look around for his journal.
It's everywhere. In pieces.
Not good. Koval was in radio contact with Dr. Gorski.
Taking notes.
That's exactly why it's so important. These notes may help us find our man.
I'll go over them, but it may take a while. Huh.
Have you found it?
No, it's, nothing about Dr. Gorski. Found them. Surprisingly accurate. He wrote down Gorski's every step.
Great. Let's get Koval to the evacuation area. Can you carry him, Doctor?
Won't be pretty hard in 1G. But the gravity here should make things a tad easier. Got him.
The Underbot with Krauter is also on its way to the site. You'll need short.
The lander's already descending. Damn. I have a bad feeling. It won't break into pieces, right?
The descent is proceeding smoothly. Don't worry. I don't get it. What could have led to all this? Krauter? Our dear Mallet? Now Koval? An unprecedented degradation of equipment, recurring connectivity issues. It all has to be related somehow. On the other hand, how could it be? There's not much on this planet. Some primitive life forms in the ocean, metal deposits in the ground. Although the latter got Dr. Gorski's interest, for some reason.
It's crazy how everything's falling apart here. I don't know. Maybe we're dealing with some kind of anomaly. An atmospheric or magnetic phenomenon.
Wouldn't something like that show on the charts? All those measurements Gorski took?
I remember. Maybe he made a mistake. See you up there. Only Gorski's left. We might have made it quite far.
Agreed. Everything points to it.
I don't know how long I'll be looking for him. It might take hours before I come back.
We also don't know Gorski's condition, nor what he's going through.
All right. Dr. Gorski's next, but I'll be back for Merit as soon as possible. I don't want to leave her like this.
You won't. I'll send the Androbot. Once Dr. Krauter is safe, she will fly with everybody. Back home.
I'm still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together. Status?
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
I'm leaving the excavation site. How did he come down? I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. It's weird.
You were correct, sir. It's just our probe. It looks inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Okay. I'm opening the probe. Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. Now go ahead.
Slide records?
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malis, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look. A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day the comms failed.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig. Hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking. Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal. It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Please enter Ball E. B-A-L-L-E.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks, and you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
See these metal structures anywhere. The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein. Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
He followed the branch to the right. Another thing he reported was a massive vertical structure. The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
The structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, Bully. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason, even in the first stage procedure.
The water.
And the metal bundle?
As expected. It's at the bottom. Before you ask, sir, there's little to say about it.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points. Or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
The battery and the detector last for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
The 4th point is a structure that fills a rock massive, on top of which he found surface structures.
Sounds like a crucial node in this whole system.
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Good. It's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill. I think I'll catch up with Dr. Gorski on the other side.
That wouldn't be such a bad scenario, right?
Of course not. Though I wouldn't mind if we bumped into each other before the climb. I think we have the 4th point. I confirm. It's the 4th one. I see our flag. The structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all. Hi, Bully. Whoa, hey, easy there.
3, 2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back, I'll send the lander right away.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Yasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir. Wait. Koval noted down the parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Hi, Bully. Lead the way.
Wow.
I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man, often faulty. We have a problem.
Something serious?
I already mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Oh, have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms? Some spontaneous process? Or pure chaos? Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh, Astrogator, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere? These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, these bushes remind me of corals, in a purely visual category, because they're far from marine organisms. So I would guess that these are colonial structures, perhaps rock-forming ones. However, their main structure has nothing to do with corals. No noticeable mesenchymal tissues, no nidocyst, matocyst, or spirocyst. No visible oral discs.
Yeah, all right, Doctor. I didn't ask for a marine biology lecture.
Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind.
That's right, Doc. Stop. Let's go.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Altitude 24,000. Speed 250. Constantly hover. Already at 12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that. All systems work.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final sector.
Copy. Entering final. Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled. I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly.
Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew doctor.
Right. I'm inside.
And? How is it?
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to Dragonfly. Their lander looks damaged, to put it mildly. Or more accurately, it seems like a storm has passed through it.
Understood. I mean, I don't understand how it happened. But that means...
Hopper is the only vehicle that can take us home. Affirmative.
Right. Well, then we can't afford another mistake. I'm taking the lander into orbit. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
We've gotten out of worse than this. Equipment breaks from time to time, that's normal. But now,
Go ahead. What's bothering you?
this lack of communication, it takes too long. Especially considering there's a cyberneticist amongst them.
Yes. It worries me too. Status? What's new?
Well, nothing really. At least not in the last 5 seconds, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Whoa. Damn. You were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here. Yasna? Everything's all right? Yes, yes. they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning, oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Copy that. Heading east. They stopped for a break.
How do you know? Are there any signs of the crew?
Some slob left litter here. Had no respect for an alien ecosystem at all.
What kind of litter?
Cigarette butt, a crumpled pack.
So, taking off the helmet for no good reason. Risk of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Irresponsible spreading of DNA. Compared to this, the damage of an already extinct ecosystem is basically a negligible issue.
Regis 3 is an alien planet, Astrogator. Extinct or not, we shouldn't act like we own the place. Because of this kind of attitude, the Anthropocene will become the fate of every planet we step foot on.
Aren't you exaggerating, Doctor? I probably sound like a simple soldier, but I believe that if something is already dead, it can't be harmed, let alone killed.
That's quite right. In the biological sense, you never know what you'll face on a mission. Will our knowledge prove sufficient to comprehend what's alien to us? Or will we ever begin to understand it all? We could even accidentally kill it.
Sounds like quite a far-reaching assumption, especially considering that we're talking about a harmless fag end, the far end of the known universe.
Right. Got a bit carried away. Still, excuse my interruption, sir. Can you please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour. So, continuing. On that we can agree, Doctor. Completely.
Convenient passage.
Excellent. Please speed ahead. You still have a long way to go.
Well then, you should save your breath, Astrogator. Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything like this. I wish I had time to run some tests.
When the situation is stabilized, we will take samples. I promise.
I feel nauseous. Suddenly. That's not it. I feel darkness. Hang on. Are you there? Over. I guess that's a no.
I'm back.
Is everything all right?
Yes, all good. They're already in the infirmary on life support. You found them in time.
Yes. Maybe them. But Marit's...
You're too hard on yourself, Yasna, as usual.
But if I...
Please stop. If it's a very cruel word, you don't deserve its torment.
Guess I know where Gorska was going. I confirm, Gorski was here. His rope is still hanging from the slope.
That's a good sign. Since he left it, he intends to come back this way.
But why hasn't he yet? Going down after him. Tell me one more thing. What did you do with Koval?
I put him in the infirmary, on a drip.
Is he still calmer than Dr. Krauter?
Yes. I had to give Krauter a sedative. And Koval fell asleep on his own after he got into bed. Just that report.
One sec. Oh, I'm at the end of the rope.
Isn't that good?
Not at all.
What do you mean?
Damn. Oh, that's the last thing I need. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm hanging with my full weight on the rope, away from the wall. Oh, I can't go up.
Nothing to grab onto.
Oh, shit. I can't reach the wall.
How far to the ground?
A good few meters.
Any ideas?
I can just jump off.
Is that safe?
A substantial fall on unsteady ground. This is hardly a maneuver that I would describe as safe.
So let's take a moment to analyze the situation.
I'm thinking, if Gorski went down this way and didn't break anything...
Yeah, we don't know that, Yasna. He could keep going even with injuries.
All right, so do you have another idea? Oh, will I be hanging like this until the end of time itself?
There is a certain possibility, or rather uncertain, but maybe it's worth trying.
I'm listening.
Can you see the probe?
Yes. It's flying near me.
Good. If I instructed it to fly as close as possible to you, you could grab onto it.
You sure it will hold me?
That I cannot guarantee.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'm entering the instruction. You must guide me.
1 meter forward. It's still too far.
I'll try 1 more meter then.
say so. I fell from a lower height. It was a soft landing, though.
We had our last contact with Regis a few minutes after noon. Even then, Dr. Gorski was walking alone.
Damn. This place is amazing. It's all made up of these structures. Except they don't look like creations of nature anymore.
Maybe that's why Dr. Gorski, not to mention the Alliance.
Well, if we're looking for something on this planet, this could be it. These structures form entire multi-story complexes. They look like a city.
Are you saying that...
No. There's no point in jumping to conclusions yet. Dr. Gorski set up the flags.
Sir, he kept going, despite the lack of communication with the rest.
You'd have to see it with your own eyes, sir. This place. Gorski may have lost himself in his discovery.
Are you joking, Doctor? Lost himself? Gorski? He may not have respect for the unknown, but he has his feet firmly on the ground.
I think he must have discovered something. And since he suffers from excessive ambition, he's capable of stupid acts in the name of a breakthrough.
Well, I admit, that sounds more like him. You must trace his steps, Doctor.
I'm working on it. Are you receiving a signal?
What signal?
From Dr. Gorski.
No. Why are you asking?
He tried to open up a connection, set up a transmitter.
There's nothing on the comms, but I'll check the record history. Please give me a moment.
Left or right? The height of the entire complex is over 100 meters, even 150.
And all made of this metal?
To a significant degree. If something were to live here,
Yes?
it would have to be very small, like insects. On the other hand, there's no flora around to support such organisms. All right. I'll squeeze through the passage.
2 more hours.
Huh?
That's all Gorski has left of oxygen, at best.
And at worst?
He's just finishing it up. Though it all depends on his activity.
If I remember correctly, the atmosphere here is breathable.
Basically, yes. Dr. Krauter, however, warned that the methane content...
I know. But the effects won't be immediate. That gives us a few extra hours. No point in going back this way. Ah, I see the probe. Has it found anything?
It's not making any measurements at the moment.
Oh, why?
The overload protection is activated. Until I do a reset, it's on manual control.
Is it because of my flight?
It's possible, but please don't worry about it. What matters is that you're fine.
Wouldn't it be better if I helped you? I can close it manually after all.
I need some directions first. And to bring it to you.
No problem. I'm on it.
First, let's find a place where I can land it. Otherwise, you won't be able to help me, Doctor.
There. I found the right place.
All right, then. I'm waiting for instructions.
Let's see. Rotate the probe 120 degrees. Okay, now. Please rotate the probe 40 degrees. 13 meters forward. First 90 degrees to the right, then 7 meters forward. And now 45 degrees to the left. 2 meters forward. Land!
How's the terrain? Those structures, are they still everywhere?
Yep, wherever I look, there's metal. Oh, don't be angry.
It's not anger, it's a warning sign.
I know, I know. You're welcome, Bully. It's a bit like Pando.
What? No idea what you're talking about, Doctor.
A colony of populous tremoloids. American aspen. The new trees grow not from seeds, but from root suckers of old trees. As a result, it's one giant organism, thousands of years old.
So you're in a dead metal forest?
Huh, that does sound bizarre. Though maybe.
Doctor, something has been recorded after all. But there are plenty of errors in the transmission header. It's hard to say whether this is a message from Gorski.
Well then, sir, play it. Maybe we'll finally find out what's going on with the Doctor.
Let's hope so.
Gorski to base. I repeat, this is Gorski.
No doubt. It's him. Well, let's keep listening. But as soon as you report anything, Doctor, I'll stop the recording.
Bugger. No confirmation again. I report. I've made an amazing discovery. Geometric structures that a thicket of bushy, pointed rods and slats. Mostly iron, but not only. Molybdenum, carbon, tungsten.
I can see the relay up close. Looks broken. This is starting to look like a deliberate diversion to me.
You may be right. The question is, who's behind all these disruptive activities?
That I don't know, sir.
Maybe let's go back to the recording.
Altogether similar to a giant integrated circuit. A million swarm of tangled cables. Not a trace of electric current, polarity, not even residual magnetism. Maybe once upon a time, centuries ago, petawatts or exawatts of power flowed this way. To compare with something, it's probably a machine. Some kind of information collective structure. Maybe it was some kind of electronic brain. It makes me think of the Lyras, a race of extinct sentient beings. Supposedly, they knew about light astrogation before we invented the wheel. They had to save themselves from the explosion of Nova. They sent ships. The remains of those ships have been found, ashed to a chip glued together.
There are more traces. This time handprints and a drop detector.
What? Did I hear you right?
Yes, sir. You heard correctly. I'm afraid we must be ready for any eventuality.
Well, that doesn't mean we should assume the worst. I still believe you'll find him, Doctor. Well, let's hear what else he discovered.
I've seen hypothetical schematics. The structures here remind me of those. Okay, moving on. Readings.
Well, that's it. What follows is just a humming noise. Any thoughts, Doctor?
So far, it all leads to one conclusion. This is not a place for a man, nor for any humanoids.
Then who is it for?
Maybe it's really an alien technology. Those Lyrans.
As far as I know, all information about the Lyran civilization is just guesswork. Many consider Lyrans to be just a myth, so I wouldn't take it too seriously.
Well, I think there might be something to it.
By the way, you were right, Doctor. Gorski did lose himself in his discovery, in spite of everything.
No one of sound mind would decide to go down this way. And yet Gorski... I found something. Again.
I'm listening.
More of the same stuff. Gorski's things. More traces. Fine. Actions devoid of logic. This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're going to take off without me, sir.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
Finally! I have his position.
A visual?
Not yet. Gorski, are you here? It's me, Yasna.
Still nothing.
Yeah. Almost there. Oh, there he is. I got him. He's not moving. Gorski! Gorski! Look at me! His eyes are closed.
Is he breathing?
He's alive, but barely.
Did he react in any way?
No reaction. He seems unconscious. Gorski! Come on!
Calm down, Doctor. Get him out of there. The probe's already looking for a landing site.
Okay. Let me just... I'm pulling him out. Done. He's out. I activated his SOS. You should pick up a transmission with his parameters, sir. Well,
No, nothing. The transmitter in the suit must be too weak.
Should I retrieve his booster from the backpack?
No point. Better to set up a relay. We have to do it anyway so that Hopper can land in this maze. Have a preliminary scan of your surroundings. There's an open area nearby. You have to move Gorski there. The probe will guide you.
But he's not stable. I must share my oxygen with him, Astrogator.
You'd need a spare for that. The protocol doesn't provide for connecting two suits at the same time.
In that case, I'll give him my tank.
Negative. I won't allow it, Yasna. If you faint, the doctor won't carry you.
The membrane looks intact.
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Hold on, Gorski.
I still can't hear you, Doctor. Please repeat.
Don't be angry, sir. But
But what? Please go ahead.
after careful consideration, I gave Gorski my tank. We still don't know when he'll send the lander, so I can't leave him without oxygen.
Doctor, I explicitly told you not to. Never mind. Let's hope Artie can finish the job if you're both unconscious. Are you out in the open already?
Sort of. Yes.
Once you've set up the transmitter, I should start receiving Gorski's... There it is. Pulse, heart rate, saturation, almost with it. What was that?
I don't know. Everything is shaking.
Yasna,
No!
please hold on.
I caught the probe. I'm... Fuck! Flying! What? What was that? Astrogator, I'm underground. It's hard to determine my exact location. Novik, do you copy? Base, come in. I'm sending an SOS. Anyone, please. Okay. Stay calm. Just keep it together.